Hey guys, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Had to record this and share it. This is game 3 on Tuesday. Uh, the series between the Dodgers and the Braves in 1959. This is mid-August, and the Braves were trailing by 3 games in the standings, and they won the first 2. It was both games of a doubleheader on Monday, and now it's Tuesday, and they're up 1-0, top of the second. Joey J versus Don Drysdale, who's a C, and Joey J is an A. So they're both about even, believe it or not, despite Joey J being an A. I mean, Don Drysdale had a great season. He was 17-13 on that season. So I just wanted to get this started and share. I wasn't going to share this one, but then I said, you know what? Some guys may want to see if the Brewers can sweep and tie the Dodgers, the Brewers. I mean, the Braves can sweep, and they can tie the Dodgers in the standings. So let me do that, and I'll be inputting information, and hopefully I aligned all the little windows I have, so you can get all the information that you need. It took a little while to align the windows, but now they're aligned, so I can just go. It's much easier to just record the games. I don't talk about this, but I do record the games because it gives me lots of opportunities to do different things in between. I have 3 dogs, and sometimes they require attention and so on and so forth. I don't live alone or anything like that. And things come up, and I can attend to those things and put it on pause and then come back to the game. So it makes it a lot easier for me also to control what happens and what doesn't happen. What I want to show and what I don't want to show. If I can't find the card, I don't want to be fumbling about looking for it, and I don't want to spend a lot of time setting up before every game that I record. So that's just some of the reasons that I find this system much more convenient. So let's get going here. We're in the top of the second. It's 1-0. That run came in on a Aaron double, just missed a home run by 2 pips. On the D20, he needed an 8, and I rolled a 10. As usual, he misses another home run, and it's Ron Fairley against Joey J. Let's roll and see what happens. There's 1 out in this inning. All right, a 24. That's usually a hit by pitch with a 1, and it's going to be Fairley who gets plunked, and he heads to first base, not rubbing it. So Fairley's on at first, not a speedster by any means. He's got a good running ability, but just not a guy who steals bases. So let's see, John Roseborough now, the lefty, in the pitch, and it's a 42. That should be a base on balls, and it is. So Jay, that's his second walk. He walks. Roseborough puts runners on first and second. Here comes the light-hitting Don Zimmer. Super-duper light-hitting Don Zimmer. And what is he going to do? He's going to just swing away, and a 53 in the 13. This is a range check and to the center field, and I don't know that Bruton's a 13, and he is not. He's a 9. That's going to drop in front of Bruton for a double, and scoring all the way from first base on this double is going to be Roseborough. So that's 2-1. Dodgers have taken the lead. Holy smokes, on a bloop range play double that Bruton just does not get to, does not have the range for that. So Zimmer, light hitting Don Zimmer, with 7 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs and 250 at bats, comes up huge here, unexpectedly huge, and it's Don Drysdale. Now Don Drysdale had 4 home runs and 90 at bats. So that's equivalent to what? 24 home runs in a season. So he's got a big bat here. And that's going to be a 15. He swings and misses. That's strike 3. And that's 2 outs. And here's the top of the order. Jim Gilliam, the switch hitting, I think he's a third baseman, I believe. Plays third base. Second base, third baseman. Let's see, Gilliam played 128 games at third base, so I was right. And that's going to be a 32, which will be bounced to, he's batting lefty, it'll be bounced to Torrey at first. Joe Torrey's brother, Frank Torrey, makes the play, and that retires the side. All right, 2-1. Dodgers, they want to avoid the sweep. They're going to have to win this one. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Second cup of coffee today. I'll get the jitters pretty soon. Here's Bobby Avila. They moved him down in the lineup, 63, and that's a check swing. They check with the first base umpire, and he rings him up. Avila doesn't agree. Logan, Johnny Logan with a 56, and he swings and misses at a high fastball and strikes out. Back-to-back Ks. Here's Del Crandall. Del Crandall with a 65, and that ball is a deep drive, and to left, Moon to the track, looks up, and out of here. Tied up. Del Crandall ties it up, and that's his 22nd of the year. So he's having a spectacular year, overperforming a little bit. He had 21 home runs. He's got 22 already. Still about 6 weeks to go. He doesn't play every game. He plays probably half the games. There's a couple other catchers that also play, but he's doing well. So Joey J with 2 outs. Game tied. 32, and that'll be bounced to, he's batting lefty, so that'll be bounced to Larker. Larker takes it. He will flip to the pitcher covering, 3-1 on that second white die 2. 1 and 2 is a grounder to first, where he flips to the pitcher covering. Charlie Neal, and now I'll be talking about my my latest mod, which I don't have a lot of mods. I have a few little itty bitty mods here and there, but my latest one is called a mound visit. 55, and that's a drive down the line. If it's fair, it is trouble, and it's a fair ball, and Covington's going to play it off the wall. And digging for second is Neal. Here's the throw from Covington, the tag by Avila, and he is in there with a leadoff double. Charlie Neal on that 55 doubles into the left field corner. Covington with a strong throw, but not in time to get Neal. So here's Wally Moon, dangerous Wally Moon. Here's the pitch, and that's a 52. That's an error check on a second baseman. 11's too high, so Avila's going to make that play. He's an 8, and that's I rolled 11, so that moves the go-ahead run to third. Infield will be playing. Nobody on, 2-1 out. We're going to play infield in. Here's Duke Snyder, 32, and that is a fly ball to center. Let's see if he can try to tag up on this. F risk. So let's see, is he speedy? So in this type of play, you're going to get the speed of the outfielder and the strength of the center fielder's arm, or his ability to throw runners out, if you will. A combination of those things, right? Because one has to do with the other sometimes, not always. Sometimes he has a strong arm, but he has no assists. So guys won't run on him because in this situation, he had just a strong arm, and however Greg Sylvan decided to figure that out. But it's a beautiful system, so it has a lot of detail, although it plays, you can see how quickly and easily it plays. Very fast, effortlessly, just a well-designed game. Think almost a Monopoly in terms of ease of play, right? Let's see, so we're going to check on Bruton, who's got an A arm. So he's going to be 1-3 if Neal is fast. So if Neal is fast, he can tag up. He can try to tag up. Let's see. Neal is fast, so he's going to try to tag up here with 1 out. He's going to try to tag up because it's 50-50 versus Snyder, a 300 hitter. So we're going to try to tag up, and we're going to roll that D6. I usually like to have a different color D6. Let's use one of these up here. Let's use this red D6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and he is out at the plate. Tagging up is Neal. The catch by Bruton. Here's the throw to the plate, Crandall, and he is safe. So it's a sacrifice fly to center, and the Dodgers have taken the lead, 3-2. Norm Larker is up. I'm using the blue dye, the classic Stratomatic blue dye. I don't think you can see that. I'm not sure if it's in the image or not. Yeah. Oh, it's in there. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if it was in the image or not. All right, so everything looks pretty good. You can see most of everything. Some of the tops of the pictures are cut off a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. All right, we could bring that down a little bit. Let me see if I could do that. Hold on a second. Bring the tops of the images down just a tad. There we go. All right, I think you should be able to see the heads now a little bit better. Yeah. All right. Yesterday I had the words were cut off where it's telling you which has happened, and I had to go in there and correct that. So Larker, your pitch from Joey J after getting the sign of 43. It's going to be lifted to left. Covington comes over and he's under it. One down. And that's the third out. So Bruton leads off here, the lefty hitter. Bruton's batting .293. In reality, he batted .289 using Fall Classic Baseball. This particular replay is very, very close in the batting averages. Very close. You don't really have anybody that's really way off. And the only one that is, I would say, is Aaron, who's batting in 320s, and he batted .350. He's batting below. Just he's had really bad luck with the rolls. Let's do it. Bruton, here's Drysdale with the pitch, 51. That's going to be an error check on who? On the pitcher, Drysdale. And it's 11, but we rolled a 13, so tap back to Drysdale, who fumbles with it a bit and better rush it, and he does, and he gets Bruton, who is hustling down the line. The throw beats the runner by half a step. Here's Matthews, Eddie Matthews, and that's a 62. A swing and a miss struck him out. And Drysdale had 242 strikeouts, by the way. So he had a lot of strikeouts. So he's gonna strike out a lot of guys. And that's 62. Yep. And a 63. This is another strikeout of Hank Aaron. Gets him on a curve, big curveball, and strikes out the icon Hank Aaron. Ron Fairley leads off the top of the fourth. With a 14, that's a fly ball to left center field. Bruton and Covington converge, and it's Covington who calls off Bruton, the center fielder. Roseboro now, and that is hit hard up the middle. No, that's a foul ball off his foot. And next pitch is ball 4. He doesn't offer, and he walks. And now Roseboro, very interesting. He had 7 stolen bases, and on this one, he's going to get a chance to go. Not only is he going to go once, but he's going to go twice. So let's see what happens. There he goes, and he is safe, and that could be a potential catcher error. Oh, and it is a catcher error. The ball goes into center field. Let me check Crandall, though. Wait. No. It's blocked by Avila. Almost a catcher error. Close. All right, the next roll, he's going to try to steal third, and oh, he's out. He's out, thrown out by Crandall at third base. The tag. Perfect throw, the tag by Matthews, and he is out. Strong arm, Del Crandall throws out Roseboro, trying to steal third. I don't know what got into him, but that is caught stealing. All right, 2 outs, and here's Don Zimmer. Don Zimmer with a big hit in that second inning. 52 is an error check on 17, left field. And that's going to be way too high. Covington is an 8, and I rolled a 17, so he makes a running catch to retire the side. Bottom of the 4th, here we come. Wes Covington. Covington batted .278. He batted .279. 15, and that is ripped to right and fairly positioned perfectly. Snags the line drive, and Torrey now. Torrey with a 54. That's a 54 card check, and we're gonna check the catcher's range or framing ability, range and framing ability, all in one. Let's see, Roseboro. Roseboro is a N catcher, so he is away. So an N catcher away gets ball 4. So he fails to frame the pitch for Drysdale, and that's a walk for Torrey. Frank Torrey trots on down to first. He's on at first. He's going to get his lead. Drysdale looks at him, and now goes to Roseboro for the sign. Avila, not a great, you know what, Avila, we're going to swing away with Avila here. 52, that's an error check, but again, a high number. On the right fielder, right fielder's Fairley and right is a 6, so he'll make the catch. A lot of error checks. And Johnny Logan batting .274. In reality, he batted .291. Here's the pitch from Drysdale. A 26, and against a lefty, that would be a hit. Otherwise, it's a drive to left. Moon back to the track and hauls it in for the out. Top of the 5th. Here we come. Don Drysdale leads off. Oh, I forgot to roll this one. That's a 13, and that's a check swing. They check with the first base umpire. He rings them up. Need to have at least 2 of those every game. And Gilliam with a 64, and that'll be a fly ball to center. Bruton holds his ground and squeezes it for the out. Here's Neal, Charlie Neal, with a 64 again and an 18 again. Back-to-back 64 18s. And that's a high fly center field. And Bruton, to his right, makes the catch. That retires his side. We go to the 5th. Luna. My Doberman Luna is here to visit us. Not on camera. I don't know how to get her on camera. Here's a pitch to Del Crandall, who drives one in the gap and by Moon, and Crandall digging for second. Moon retrieves it and throws it in to Zimmer, cuts it off. And Crandall in there with a leadoff double. So a big double for Del Crandall. Here's Joey J with a bunt attempt. He squares, and that's going to be a good one. Right back to Drysdale. Crandall will go to third. And now it's Bill Bruton. Infield is in. Pitch from Drysdale. 33. That is ripped center field. Base hit, and the Braves regain the lead. And not only that, there goes Bruton, and he is safe with his second stolen base of the game. He had 13 stolen bases on the season. Not sure how many he has here. Let's check in the box score. Stolen bases. Where is that? Oh, here it is. Bruton 12. So he's got 12 now, and he had, what did I say? I think I said 13. So he's right where he should be. It's only a couple weeks more in the season. Matthew, and this doesn't happen every day. Matthews now, Eddie Matthews with Bruton at second base. The Braves have tied it up. Excuse me, I thought they retook the lead. They tied it up at 3. So all tied up, and Matthews with an opportunity here to give the Braves the lead. Huge series for the Braves. They were trailing by 3 runs in the stand, 3 games in the standing, and now they are 1 game behind. They've won 2 in a row against the Dodgers. And that's a 46 with a 3. That's what the doctor ordered here at County Stadium. That's going to be a drive over the center fielder's head. Hits off the base of the wall. Scoring is Bruton. Digging for second is Matthews. He's in there standing up with an RBI double. And those 2 runs put the Braves up 4-3. Don Drysdale struggling a little bit here. They're getting to him. Hank Aaron now is going to be walked intentionally. We don't want to deal with that. And we're going to do a mound visit. This is where we're going to kick in that new rule. We're going to do a mound visit, and I'm going to roll to see if I can improve Don Drysdale's column. So I'm going to roll the D20. If I can, it can't get any worse. It can only get better. So I'm going to try to do that. Here's the roll, and it's going to be a B column. So Drysdale's going to go from a C to a B, which is huge, and he'll keep that. So I gave him some good advice, and we broke it down for the infield and for the pitcher, and we went over the scouting report on Covington. And now Don Drysdale feels much more confident, and he feels that we are behind him 100% here. He is going to be able to perform hopefully better. We don't know, it depends on the dice. So we'll see if it works or it doesn't. Wes Covington up first and second, 1 out. Matthews takes his lead off second. Aaron off of first. Drysdale looks at Matthews, now gets the sign from Roseboro, shakes him off, and sees one he likes, and he's ready, sets, and deals to Covington. And that's going to be a 53 range play. Now, this all depends on who it's hit to. I have no idea. It's going to be hit to third base, pulled down the line to Gilliam. This one I rolled an 8, so Gilliam needs to be higher than an 8 to get it. And he is an 8. Oh, man. So he dives for the ball, picks it up, has a chance for a double play. No, he's going to go to second for 1. Actually, you know what? I can roll 1, 2, 3. He steps on third, and nope, that jumped out. 1, 2, 3. It's a 6, so he's going to go to second. Actually, we'll do 1, 2, steps on third, 3, 4, goes to second, and 5, 6, throws to first. And that's a 1, so he's going to step on third. All right. So Gilliam dives and somehow gets up quickly and steps on the bag. And hit so hard that Aaron, what was it, second base? I don't remember, had to freeze. So Torrey now. Torrey's up. Don Drysdale against Joe Torrey with 2 outs. Scores 4-3 Braves. The pitch, a 31. That's always trouble. And that's bounced up the middle. And that is through for a base hit. Let's see if this will score Aaron from second base. And there's going to be a play at the plate. Snyder, Duke Snyder. An A1. That's going to be tough. Here's the play. And he is safe. And everybody else moves up a base. So it's a single plus, and I'm going to have to do this in detail. Single, and then both runners move up on the throw home. And it's a 5-3 game now. Avila's up. So Frank Torrey bounces one up the middle. Eludes the glove of the shortstop, Don Zimmer. Here's the pitch to Avila, 51, an error check, this time with an 11 on the second baseman, but I said Neal was only a 2, so he's a very sure-handed second baseman who makes the play. Flips to Larker at first, and then retires the side. So the Braves pick up 3 runs and take a lead 5-3. We need Joey J to come up big for us. Here's Wally Moon. Now I've been rolling a lot of doubles, and a 14 will not, it's going to be bounced to Torrey. And he's going to flip to the pitcher covering, 3-1, 1 away. Duke Snyder, lefty hitter. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Pitch from Joey J, and this is a swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. That is strikeout number 4 for Joey J. Here's Larker. And 64, and that's going to be bounced to first base. Torrey, who takes it himself, steps on the bag ahead of Larker, and that retires the side. Now let me tell you, Joey J can go 27, had 4 complete games. I'm pushing everybody for complete games because the first part of the season I kind of overused the bullpen, so I'm pretty close to the limits on all of them. So I'm trying only to bring the bullpen in when I absolutely must. So let's see where we're at. Logan is up here. Joey J has 23 batters faced, 24 for Drysdale. We're going to push both these guys. Logan up. Here's the pitch from Drysdale, and it's a 51. Another error check, but a high number. Shortstop. Shortstop is Zimmer. Zimmer with a 5, but he'll make this play. Scoops it, throws the first in time, 1 away. Crandall now, right-handed hitter with a 64, and he swings and misses. Goes down on strikes twice, 2 outs. And Joey J's up. This should be a strikeout. And oh, it's a potential range play on a 1, so whoever's going to catch that. Oh, it's a strikeout. It's a KD strikeout. So that ends the inning, top of the 7th. Ron Fairley leads off. Ron Fairley today, late in the game, I started looking at what they did. Fairley's 0 for 1 with a run score. Rosebarrow's got 2 walks, and Zimmer's 1 for 2. It's raining again outside. All right, Ron Fairley now against Joey J. The pitch, and that's a 32, which will be lifted to right. Aaron, he's under it, 1 away. Roseboro with a 24 hit by pitch, but that 20 is ripped to second base, and Avila goes up and brings it back down. And it's Don Zimmer now. Don Zimmer with a 43, and that is popped up right side. Torrey in fair territory right by the pitching mound, and it's Torrey makes the catch to retire the side. So easy 1-2-3 inning for Joey J. Just what the doctor ordered for the Braves here at County Stadium. And Don Drysdale against Bill Bruton, and that's a 61. That's a swing and a miss at a curveball. He strikes out. Eddie Matthews is next with a 62 and swings at the high fastball. for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks. I think he struck out 4 in a row. Here's Hank Aaron now, and the 13 will be line base hit to left. One hop, play on a hop by Moon, who gets it in. So Aaron on with a single. No stolen base or anything there on that one. And here's Wes Covington with a 61, and he strikes out. So gives up a single in between striking out the side. Top of the 8th, Don Drysdale. This is where, do we pinch hit here? Down by 2. I guess leading off at inning, we're going to have to pinch hit. Let's grab somebody. Let's see who we're going to grab. Against Joey J, he's a righty. I don't know that I have any lefties. I only have a switch hitter, Wills, who batted 260. But he's not playing for some reason. I don't know what's the deal with that. So I'm just going to bring in Carl Furillo, who I've been using as a pinch hitter. Carl Furillo, here he comes for Don Drysdale. So Drysdale is out. Here's the pitch to Drysdale, and that is a line drive base hit. So he lines one, and Bruton is there, picks it up, throws it back in. So leadoff batter gets a hit. Now Joey J is on the cusp of being worn out. He's hit 27, his max. Gilliam now. Here's the pitch to Gilliam, a 63, and that's a 10. That is ripped to center, and Bruton snags it for the out, positioned perfectly. Neal's not a good hit and run guy. The pitch from Jay, a 62, and that's lifted, popped up right behind second base. Bruton comes in, races in, and makes the catch, calling everybody off. And here's the always dangerous Wally Moon. And the 25 will be bounced to first baseman Torrey, who takes it. And that ends the inning. So again, Joey J comes up huge. We're going to get a new pitcher. Who's it going to be? McDevitt. He's going to start in 2. And Sherry. We're going to bring in Sherry. Sherry baby. Let's bring in Sherry here. Let's see if we can find him. Looking at the wrong set bat. I separate the batters from the pitchers, so it makes it a little bit easier, but still a lot of Larry Sherry is going to come in. All right, and we'll see what kind of stuff he's going to have. He will have his B stuff, so Sherry's in there against Torrey, the lefty. Here's a pitch from Larry Sherry, winds and deals a 44, and that's going to be ball 4. So Torrey's on at first. Avila's going to bunt, and that is a good bunt to the pitcher. Runner to second. Johnny Logan now. Pitch from Sherry, and Johnny Logan with 31. That's bounced up the middle. Will this score the runner? W or A arm in center. Snyder has an A arm, so he will score. Another big insurance run. 6-3 the score for the Braves, and it's Crandall. Pitch to Crandall, 66, and this could be gone, and that ball, no, it's going to be one hop off the wall. Crandall unloads and gets it over Moon's head, which is tough, but does it. And Logan, let's see what Logan does at first with 2 outs, 1 out. So runner will hold. And second and third now for Jay, the pitcher. We will let Jay go here. And a 55 off Jay, and that's going to be a 14 with the infield in. So he bounces one to Neal. Now the question is, this is another modifier I've created. It was too easy to get singles, so what I did was on a 1, 2, 3, it's an out. On a 4, 5, 6, on the upper numbers in ground balls, like you have lower numbers, you have like 3, 4, 5, 6 are all ground balls. Then you have 13, 14, 15, and 16. On the 13, 14, 15, and 16, it was an automatic single with the infield in. But I felt that there was way too many opportunities. It was almost 50-50 in terms of ground balls hit. So I said, you know what? Let me just create an additional roll to see. Nothing. The only thing that happens is that the runner holds. So if it's not a hit, the runner will hold. There's no, punishing the other team or so. The only difference is that the runner holds versus there's a single and a run scores. So I have to roll that D6 for the additional modifier for the upper ground ball numbers with the infield in. And here is the roll. 1, 2, 3, he holds. 4, 5, 6, it's a single through the infield, and that's a 4, and that's by Neil into right center field for a hit. And this gives the defense a little bit more of a chance. I felt that it was too one-sided in my personal view. You may feel the opposite, and you may say, well, I think that there's a lot of hits that get through, and there are, and this one just got through. There you go. But I felt that it was just too, I almost felt like, no, I don't want to bring the infield in anymore, because it was like almost, it felt like every single time you roll a 13, 14, 15, or 16, it's a ground ball and it's through the infield. It was just, it seemed too much to me. So, you know how I know when I need to make a change is when I stop wanting to do something because I know it's going to fail, and it's like an automatic fail, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. You know, like there used to be a game I was playing where you never wanted to take an extra base, and it was always like base to base, like it would be a single, runner advances 1 base. You know, and that kept on happening. So you'd have to load the bases, and then the 4th single, everybody moves up 1. The 5th single, everybody moves up 1. And I say this doesn't make sense, because you didn't want to try for the extra base because there was so much of a chance of getting thrown out. So, or there was, you know, no chance of getting thrown out. So then you had to adjust that sort of thing. So when you stop wanting, you're either doing something all the time for no reason, or you're not doing something, then you're going to be like, you know what, I have to tweak this a little tiny bit, nothing major. Don't eliminate the rule, and don't make it the opposite way. Just kind of soften it a little bit so there's a better general flow. Bill Bruton is up with runners on 1st and 3rd, so the infield's going to be in again. It's 7-3. The Dodgers don't want to go down by any more, so they're going to bring the infield in, try to hold Crandall at 3rd. Bruton, who can hit against Sherry. Let's see what happens against Sherry Baby. Here's a pitch. 16. That's going to be a ground. There's going to be a line drive with a 6. That's going to be a line drive right at Zimmer, who snags it. Now there's a chance for a double play, and it's going to be 12-13. 2 and 3. 12 and 13 is a double play, and no. Okay. So there's a, I guess. All right, so it's line to Zimmer. I guess that would be, hold on a second, let me find line drive to Zimmer. So what is that, 20% chance of a double play? Right, 10%, or yeah, 10% would be 2 out of 20. And then 4 out of 20 would be 20%. 2 10%. All right, so then now it's Matthews. Matthews is a hitter, right? He's a 306 hitter for the season, and in the replays 288. So he's got 30 home runs. He's been belting them. He had 46. So here's a pitch to Matthews. If I walk Matthews, I got to face Aaron, and I definitely don't want to do that. Here's a pitch, and that's a 14, which will be bounced to Larker, who will take it himself, and that'll end the inning. But 2 big runs for the Braves, and the Braves go up 7-3 here at the top of the 9th. We're pushing Jay for a complete game. Need complete games. Huge. So I may use my second mound visit to just extend his stamina and just go out there and say, hey, you can get through this next batter type thing. So because if he gives up a hit or a walk, his stamina is used up, his batter's faced. But I may use my second mound visit to give him a little boost and tell him, hey, you can get this next batter, and then we'll see what happens with that. I'm trying to push for those complete games now, because I think I overutilized my bullpen. I had the hook, the quick hook. I was Captain Hook a little bit in the first part of the season. So let's see. Here's a pitch, and that's a 15. That'll be bounced to first base, Torrey. He feels it and steps on the bag ahead of Snyder for the first out. Larker now here, so the Braves are 2 outs away from basically sweeping the Dodgers in this 3-game set and tying them in the standings. So this is truly exciting. Norm Larker, pitch, And a 24 is a hit by pitch, but with that 15, that's going to be a ground ball again to Torrey at first, and he's going to take it himself, 2 away. So far, Joey J is coming up huge for the Braves. Joey J, 19 starts, 34 games, 1.4 whip, but he is doing a great job for us. He's actually, and he was 6-11 in the replay. He's 5-5 with a 1.3 whip. So about a 1 under and a 2.71 ERA, which is pretty incredible. So he's had all the roles have gone his way for sure. And here goes Ron Fairley now. Here's the pitch. And Ron Fairley with a 45, and that will be lifted to right. And Aaron calls for it and makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Braves 67-51 have tied the division leading Los Angeles Dodgers in the standings, who are 68-52. So the Native American here is laughing it up because he is exciting and enjoying the sweep. Joey J goes to 6-5. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. Don Drysdale 17-5, I believe you can. And Del Crandall, the MVP. Let's see, let's look at the box score. And Bruton had 2 hits. Aaron had 2 hits. Crandall had 3 hits, improved his average to 271. Crandall hit his 22nd home run. What else? Bruton had 2 big stolen bases. Joey J picks up the complete game victory, allowing 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and a 2.71 ERA. He beats Don Drysdale, who's 17-5 now with a 2.90 ERA. Holy smokes! We scored 5 runs on Don Drysdale, which is pretty amazing. Drysdale struck out 9, by the way. Jay struck out only 4. And that's it, guys. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice. Remember to like and subscribe my channel. And I hope I shared the fun and how easy to play this game is and how fun it is. I use the fast action cards. That's crucial, I think. And then I use the quick outs chart. You can find videos on how to use those things, and I kind of break those down and analyze them. I analyze the fast action cards. I analyze the quick outs chart. And once you memorize the outs, it moves very, very fast. Most of my games are between 25 and 35 minutes. The longer games with more changes and more hits and more walks are 35 minutes. The ones that are lower, with the close games, this one was kind of 10 runs scored and 14 hits and so on. This took a little bit longer, but not that much longer, because when you learn the game, you can play pretty quick. When you're starting, it's going to take a little bit longer, obviously, but anyway. And I know the teams now a little bit better, so I know how to go with the teams and so forth. So listen, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Enjoy our hobby. It's a great hobby.